Alright guys, Jack here, JBF Music and Guitar Lessons, and what I've got for you are these 3 easy-ish guitar solos with tabs, which are up on patreon.com/JBF Music. Drop a like and a comment to show your support for the channel in our never-ending battle against the recommendation system. I'm in standard tuning for all of these. First up is Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll. Let's break it down and explore some of the fancy little tricks you can add to make it more authentic. So you got an open string and left-hand muting. For more muting techniques and tips, give the little eye up there click. You want to hit a pinch harmonic here in the 2nd fret. Probably around there for me. Near this pickup. Then bend the note, maybe hitting a partial pinch harmonic. Open string. Now this bit I think is actually a neck bend. I hate doing these, they give me the fear. So my solution is to hit this double stop and bend the 6th fret up a semitone and dip it back down to pitch and then back up again. You can rake through the D string, just make sure to mute it. Or hybrid pick it, picking on the A string and fingering the G string. You can get a quick 101 tutorial on hybrid picking with the eye up there. The other fancy thing you could do is a nut bend. Hang on, I'll need to swap guitars here.
10 seconds later.
Alright, so you could finger an E dominant 7 like this. Just move this note down to here. And what we're going to do is push down on the nut behind on the B string to simulate the bend. So holding this shape, but pushing down on that B string, raise the pitch of that note. Not easy, but well worth mentioning. You can get a feel for this sort of technique and some more licks with a quick 5-minute tutorial with the eye up there. Back on track and slide up. Just picking these notes, a wee semitone bend. Play this bit staccato. Same idea, but using the B string as 12th fret. And we want to pre-bend this 11th fret up by a tone this time. Release it with this double stop and pull off to that 9th fret. Hit this 11th with a bit of palm muting, little hammer on, bit of vibrato, some more palm muting, hammer again, pick these notes, and we start to slide down the scale on the G string. The pattern is 2 and slide on the 3rd hit, so those 9th frets once more and then slide down. Slight change in bar 7, we're going to go, then do 3, pull off here, down to this palm muted note, and wrap up with an A power chord. As a side note, bar 7 might feel a bit weird because it's in 2/4, so it's half the length, but really don't let that put you off. Make sure to subscribe and do the enable all stuff with the bell, the whole clicky thing to be kept up to date with new content, or see more of this kind of thing in your feed, along with the rest of the Lick Squad Elite. You guys rock. Last Night by the Strokes here. It's pretty fast, but the kind of solo you'll probably be able to get the gist of with minimal hassle. Tone bend. Mute out the string or let it die off, but keep it bent. Hit it while bent, and return it to pitch. Pull off. Pick in these notes. Adding a tiny wee slow quarter tone bend as this note sustains. For some more quarter tone bend ideas, hit up the little eye up there. Same tone bend. Mute. Pre-bend release. Same idea from last bar. But what we do is a double stop here, barring your first finger across those 11th frets. Position shift, and I use my third finger on this 10th fret on the G string. Work your way down here. Tone bend. And you can let these notes run into each other for a bit of dirt. Bend, hit this note twice, release the bend a bit and then repeat. This note here, then more or less a repeat in the second bar. The only difference being the last note is this 11th fret, which is held a tiny bit sharp. Then bouncing between these notes. Feel free to rake into this, or even bend the 8th fret sharp by a quarter tone. If you want more of that vibe, then bar this 8th fret with your first finger, mute out the rest of the strings. I'm probably using my thumb here, and again you can rake through as many strings as you want. Just make sure to mute them like I didn't do there. It's triplets, so you get this diddle 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 sort of rhythm. Then we got 3 filthy bends to wrap it up. This note here and this note here, roughly aiming from a semitone. But if you go under, it's fine, and if you go over, it sounds good as well. It's still good enough to get the job done. Supporting the channel or fancy a copy of these tabs and backing tracks, head on over to patreon.com/JBFmusic. Fear of the Dark by Iron Maiden and Janick Gers here, laying down a beast of a solo. Some tricky lines, but it should be pretty achievable. If you want some more straightforward Janick solos, check out that tutorial for Wasting Love. But right, yeah, what we're starting off here is a little rake into this double stop bend. So you bend on this by a tone, keeping that note stationary. Then release this. Bend this note again, back to pitch and pull off. These, some vibrato, slide down and out, sliding back up, double stop, this uni bend. So I can't totally tell which notes he picks, hence the brackets, but I think he's doing just the G string, just the B string, and then both together. So I think he's going. But as ever, use your ears and make your own decisions. Tone bend here, slightly ahead of the beat. While it's still bent, you want to hit it and return it to pitch. So you get that slight whiny sound. This is like minute details, so get the meat and bones of it down and then come back and do these things if you fancy doing them. You know, or if you find this solo really easy, then these are the sort of nuances you want to dive into to improve your playing. So you got that bend, hit it while it's still bent, and return to pitch, pull off. And again, this is another one of these kind of Janick nuances. This 10 in brackets is one of these tiny details. I think he plays that and then really quickly hammers on. And maybe skip it to begin with, like with the other kind of pre-bend thing. Get the solo down and then revisit it, add in the articulations. But to recap that, you got your tone bend, kind of holding it and hitting it while it's bent and coming down really quickly. So instead of it being, you get, and then this bit, instead of being, it's, so do that back to back. Okay, then we just got some more pull-offs to round up the bar. Bar 18, you want to drag the beat a little bit, playing just slightly behind, and make sure to add in some vibrato. Then slide down and out. Break into this 15th fret, tone bend. Maybe a little bit sharp. Janick quite often likes to do. Picking these notes. Little mini trill. Now you want to sweep through these notes here, the 12th fret in brackets, that 13th fret, and that 12th here. That 12th fret is in brackets because it might be more of a muted note, like kind of raking through the string more than anything else, so rather than, you might do more of a... So what you want to do is an up on this 12, whether you choose to fret it or rake through it, up to you. Up on that 13th fret, up on that 12 on the G, and slide down. So that bit you've got. Got a double stop, I think. It might just be this bend by itself. But I think there's a bit more grit to it. Another tone bend. These little notes. Finishing up with some vibrato. That same double stop idea we started with. And this run down the blues scale, making use of pull-offs when crossing strings. So I think what you're doing is kind of pre-bending this 12th and returning it to pitch rather than it being... You've got... Again, listen to it and make up your own mind. But yeah, this scale run's just making really good use of pull-offs to change over the strings. Pull off, slide, pull off here, and some vibrato on that final note, slide down and out. Iconic and underrated solos playlist is there, or click that for 3 more easy solos, probably easier than these ones. But yeah, hit subscribe to keep up to date with the channel, leave me any suggestions, check out the tabs on Patreon, and enable all notifications by ringing that little bell on the side, if you feel so inclined. Cheers, guys.